The bike gets tough, fishing a young tube slow can't be beat.
Look at that tank. This thing is so freaking thick.
Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you about the two biggest mistakes I see people making doing high intensity interval training. Now over the last few years, high intensity interval training has really taken off. The Tabata study and a few other interval studies showing that you can get similar benefits from like a short 10-minute or less workout. In the case of Tabata, a 4-minute workout, you can get the same benefits that you get from an hour workout, which is kind of true and kind of not true. You can see good benefits from it in a short period of time, but over the long run, the results kind of even out between doing high intensity stuff and doing lower intensity stuff. So the two biggest mistakes I see is, number one, people are not doing high intensity movements. I'll see people doing like push-ups or body weight lunges or rows or planks even. Planks where you're just sitting here holding muscles, you're not even moving. These aren't high intensity movements. They may be challenging, they may be working on your strength good, but they're not high intensity. You're not calling on your body to produce high amounts of energy in a short period of time. And you need to be doing full body movements that are of high velocity, moving fast, doing the movements quick and powerfully, and recruiting large groups of muscles, legs, shoulders, lats, back, abs, just full body movements. So in the end of this video, I'm going to show you 5 of my favorite ones to do. But anything really works, any kind of like rowing, ski erg, biking, running, swimming, anything where you're using large groups of muscle and you're moving fast, medicine ball slams, medicine ball throws, as long as you're doing them quickly and as long as you're skilled enough to do them quickly, and then there's kind of a learning curve to them. You need to be able to slam the ball, catch it, slam it quickly. You can't slam, catch, reposition, slam, catch, reposition. You got to be quickly transitioning from one to the other, repositioning. These intervals are only happening for 10 to 20 seconds at the most, and that's another kind of mistake people do. They stretch it way beyond that to like a minute or whatever. At a minute, you're not doing high intensity anymore. That's too long. You're not producing ATP at a high rate at that point anymore, and you're not putting out a high intensity. Your performance is definitely going down. Your output is going down. So keep them to at least below 20 seconds, preferably below 15 seconds. And as hard and as fast as you can with those movements, drawing on large energy demands from your body. And then number 2 is people put them in too often. You're supposed to be doing these at extreme high intensity, like I just said, and that's very hard on your body, even though you may be only doing 10 or 15 seconds of these. It really has a high demand on the body. You will take time to recover from this, and you can't just be putting these into your week nilly-willy. You gotta have a plan for it. You gotta have rest periods. You should be doing a warm-up and a cool-down beforehand too. So don't just plug these in like, oh, I feel good today, let's do another high-intensity interval training session, even though I did one yesterday. For most people, if you have a busy life, busy schedule, you got work, you got kids, you got other things you're worried about, and you're doing like a strength training regimen on top of that too, or like a lower intensity aerobic session, once a week for this is plenty. If you really want to push it, if you really want to see results and you feel like you're well rested, you feel good, you don't feel beat up or anything, 2 times a week you can go up to. If you're like a professional athlete or you're someone who gets paid to train, maybe 3 times a week, but I definitely would not go more than that. And for your average person, once a week is plenty for high intensity interval training. And then just make sure you're ready for it, guys. This is, like I said, it's highly demanding of your body. Make sure you have at least 6 months of a solid strength training program and an aerobic conditioning program. Lighter aerobic stuff like 120 to 150 beats per minute. Steady state for about 20 minutes. Plug that into your week a couple times a week for 6 months before you do this, because this is highly demanding of your body, highly demanding of your heart to pump blood out. And your body has to constantly be producing ATP for this. So ATP is like the energy currency for your cells made by your mitochondria. Once you're doing these high intensity interval training sessions, you demand a high energy output from your body, so your body adapts by getting better at producing that ATP for that high intensity intervals. But you can't just go off the street and do this. You will get injured, you will get worn down, you will get beat down. So make sure you got 6 months of solid aerobic and strength training under your belt, at least 6 months, and then plug these into your workout 1, maybe 2 times a week. Make sure you're well rested. Make sure you have either off days the next day or lighter recovery days the day after. And make sure you're getting enough sleep and some solid nutrition. So those are the 2 biggest mistakes I see, guys. Don't make these mistakes with your high intensity interval training. Be prepared for them. Don't put them in too often, and don't be doing movements that are not really high intensity, because then you're just basically strength training. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I'm going to link my last few high intensity interval training workout exercises I've done to give you guys an example. There may be a little bit of learning curve with some of these, but if you practice them and you get good at them, these are much better exercises to put in your high intensity interval training than push-ups, planks, squats, lunges, whatever, anything like that. So make sure you subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed, and I want to be coming out with some similar workouts and other basement training videos for you in the future, so that you guys can get great results at home with minimal equipment and you don't have to go to a gym. Thanks for watching.